Okay, hey everybody, this is Ricky from Bilingue blogs, and this is my niece Sophia. I've given you guys a lot of tips about how to learn Spanish, but I haven't given you anything tangible that you can actually like take home and read yourself. So today we're gonna do that. We're gonna go through some of the books that I use to become an advanced, I'm pretty much a native Spanish speaker. I just wasn't born speaking Spanish. That's the only difference. So let's go ahead and get started. And before I show you these books, don't judge me. I have 3 daughters and they like to bite books. So yeah, and a lot of them are kind of beat up because I actually do use them. So let's get started here. If you're looking for a vocab book, I recommend this book here, Household Spanish. My daughter bit the edge off there. But Household Spanish, I like it because it gives you the Latin American definitions. You guys know how I feel about Spain Spanish. I mean, it's good as where Spanish originated from, but nobody here on this hemisphere, the Western Hemisphere, really uses Spain Spanish unless they're from Spain. So I recommend this book for you guys, Household Spanish. What it does is it goes through categories, which I think is the best way to learn. I've heard that it's really good to learn 4 words a day. I've never tried it, but I think that's kind of slow, and I think it would kind of be hard to retain. I would say spend a week on each category learning the vocabulary, and then it'll stick with you. But you really have to be dedicated and you really have to try, okay? So this is like every day, and the words are in here, but I would even recommend writing them down. Writing the words down. The way I used to do it in high school, I would on the left side I'll make 3 lines, so a line and then a line. On the left side I would have the Spanish definition. In the middle I would have the English definition, and on the right side I would have another Spanish definition, the same one that was on the left side there, okay? So that's what I really recommend for learning vocab, and these books will definitely help you out with that. So I guess I'll kind of show you, well, I'll tell you how it works here. I don't want to put it up to the screen because you probably can't read it. But so it has categories like it's not clean, and then it gives you words that associate with not being clean or with being clean if you just don't negate them. So for example, it tells you how to phrase it. So if you want to say there are ashes there, it tells you the way to say there, and then it gives you a whole list of things. So instead of saying ashes, you can say cobwebs or whatever. So things like that. So I really like this book here. The second book is like the first one, except for it's a lot thicker. This is Mastering Spanish Vocabulary by Barrons. I think it's a great one here. This one actually gives you Spanish definitions, but it also gives you the Latin American definitions as well. So let's see if I can find some here. Let me see. I'm trying to find something here. I had one earlier, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. Well, that's okay. I mean, as long as you know that that's what it does. And then this one's also separated by categories as well. So it's a great book to study vocabulary with, okay? Now, the next books that I have, these are 3 in the same. They're pretty much the same thing. So this one is Everything Spanish, got it at the bookstore. All these stores can be found on the bookstore, like Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million, things like that. Maybe even Amazon. This one is Advanced Spanish, Step by Step, and this one is Spanish Grammar. So all these books pretty much do the same thing. They teach you Spanish grammar and you build off of that, okay? So, starting with ser and estar, and then it just goes, through the whole Spanish language. I have multiple of these books because, some of them vary. Some of them say some things that the other ones don't say. And because I'm really crazy about Spanish. So I just want to learn, want to keep learning. So yeah, go ahead and check those books out. I believe that they'll be a great help to you. Last but not least, combining both vocabulary and grammar. So what you learn in all those books there, this book is called Read and Think Spanish. It's a great book because it has readings all in Spanish. So everything here is in Spanish. But as you can see, it has these words that are in bold. So what these words are words that they're going to define for you. So to try to help you get the context of it. So you don't have to be a pro at Spanish to really deal with this book because it gives you these definitions here. But you do want to, be at least a beginner. So not just beginning, but you want to be a beginner so you can kind of get the gist of what's going on here, okay? So read and think Spanish. This is one of my favorites, just because I think it's so cool that they've done that for you. So hopefully these books will help you out. I'm glad to finally give you something tangible that you can take home and read yourself and study, because I've given you tips, you know, tongue twisters and, you know, methods to better your Spanish, but nothing to really learn. So you know, this is for those who are learning by themselves. Of course, I'm going to have more videos on here where I actually teach Spanish, so stick around for those. But thanks for watching and have a great one. And also follow me on Instagram, Rico Bachatero. Thank you. Bye-bye.